Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for visiting. I thought tonight I would do a sort of tag roundup and share some completed tags with you. I know in my previous video, which was a room tour where I showed some areas of my space where I kind of set things up for Christmas to be inspirational for me for Christmas crafting. I had a couple of containers full of tags, and there was some interest for me to go through those in more detail. So not only did I pull out these tags, the tags that were in that video, but also I had a couple of containers in my closet as well. In my storage closet, so I thought I would go through those too. So I have a little container here to put them in because there's quite a number of them, and I'm going to go through them and just talk a little bit about them as I go. I won't talk about them in great detail because otherwise we would literally be here for a day, but I will go into them in some detail and tell you what dyes I've used or just anything of particular that I can mention about them. So I'm going to set my container over here off to the side so that I have a place to put all of these things, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I realize many of you may be new subscribers to my channel and these may be projects you've never seen before, and so I'm happy to be able to share those with you. But also, if you've seen my other tag videos or seen a lot of my product release videos, some of my how-to videos, you may have seen some of these projects already. So these are nothing new that I've created as of today, but you know, many of you may not have actually seen a lot of these tags. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm excited to go through all these because it's a good reminder about products that I love and would want to pull out to use again for Christmas or everyday tags. And then also it's a good reminder just of layouts and things like that. So let's get started. So this is my small bread loaf die set with Impression Obsession, and this one I've die cut in this silver cardstock, and the loaf of bread itself pulls out of the tag so that you can write your little note on here on the bottom of the bread loaf. And the stamp set here is one that Jeannie put out, and it's also from Impression Obsession. Cute little jingle bell there. And then her stamp set had all different kinds of bread that you could list on the tag there. So, and then I also have a large bread loaf pan as well. Similar concept where the bread actually pulls out of the tag. And you could write your note there, or you could write it on the back. Like that. So that was a fun tag set to design. And then here's one that I used a stamp from High Hopes rubber stamps to add a little soldier boy. Maybe he's a nutcracker even. Christmas Cheer is from one of my Whippersnapper cling mount sets. And then this is like a really heavy chipboard. You can see I didn't even use it correctly. The hole is on the other side. But it's just a really heavy chipboard, probably from, I don't know, Maya Road or something. So, but I love that matte gold cardstock on the background there. I think that's really cute. So there's that guy. Here's a tag made with my favorite tag, my stitched tag, and that one comes with the decorative topper there. And this, I think this may have been stamps from Picket Fence Studio, maybe. I'm not sure. But these two tags are offset and adhered together so that they stay like this. Then I have this tag here. This uses my chili pepper die set from Impression Obsession and one of Jeannie's sentiment sets from this summer's release. Have a great day. This is my buffalo or my bison die from Impression Obsession, and I think he's so handsome, and I love silhouette animals like this. So, and he's on one of my tag bases as well. And I don't remember the name of all my tag bases, sorry, because some of them are just like stitch tag number 6, and I mean, I can't remember all that. But I will put a link down below to where all my dies are on the Impression Obsession site, and you can browse through and search for tag, for example, and many of them will of course come up in your search results. So, but that's the bison die, and I love him. I also splattered him with some shimmery gold watercolors. And there's the back. And this is another example of one of my dies that's symmetrical, so you can put a nice die cut on the back of the tag so that you have a really nice place to write on instead of having the obvious back of the die cut there. This tag I made, actually there's two of them here. I made this with one of the Paper Tray Ink quilted tag sets, quilted die sets. This is their quilted base layer tag, and then this is one of their, probably like their summer quilted set. They did a seasonal release years ago with these, but there's also other dies out that you can use in this same style as well. I know I have some with Impression Obsession. There's some from other companies as well that are like a quilt block, and they're so fun to put together. You just piece them together like you're putting together a puzzle, and it's really fun to play with different types of pattern paper to create your own custom quilt blocks. And then the back of these also, that's a symmetrical die so that you can put a nice die cut layer on the back as well. I love that. I really appreciate that in a die design. This is my Labrador Retriever die set that I did for Impression Obsession, and this one was designed after my Chocolate Lab Daisy, Miss Daisy. And then this is another one of my tag bases as well. But isn't the doggy cute? I love her. And here's another one of my animal tags from Impression Obsession, and this is my Golden Retriever die set. And again, it's the same tag base there that was on the Chocolate Lab one. Merry Christmas. Isn't he cute? And this tag set was, or die set was designed after my Golden Retriever, Mr. Farley, that I had. Here is one using another tag base from Impression Obsession that I designed, and then my one of my butterfly dies as well, and then this little stamp set here was from one of Jeannie's releases at the time. I like this tag because it's has like a feminine touch with the lacy details on the top here, and then mimicked down here at the bottom. And then here's a baby tag. I don't make very many baby products, but I had a request to design some baby products last year, so this is one of the products that I designed. It was a cute little sock. It came in like a seasonal cupcake topper set, and I thought the sock was perfect on a tag for babies. Isn't that cute? It's a two-piece die, and so the gingham portion is adhered to the white portion, and the white portion goes under the complete sock there. So you could just do white socks if you wanted. So I love that little die set. And then here's another image from that baby seasonal cupcake topper set, the little onesie. And we released the circles and the little scallop die at the same time so that we could do complete sets like this. So I think this turned out so cute. Happy birthday. Here's my frog die. I love this tag. And the tag base here is one of mine as well, with the little circles down at the bottom. And I think this little whimsical tag is so cute with this frog because he is certainly cheerful. And then I added one of my flower dies in the background there as well. So he's one of the earliest dies that I designed for Impression Obsession. I think he's really cute. And then here is one for the chocolate chip cookie lover in your life. This is my either Everyday Tags or Everyday Tags 2 set. There was another one this similar size but had a squared off instead of a rounded top. And then I had the One Smart Cookie die set that had some chocolate chips. I think that turned out really fun. And the sentiment there is from one of Jeannie's cookie sets. Here is my Tin Soldier die, and I made these not too long ago and showed how to assemble one of them here on the channel, and showed you how to make it not only a tag but a opening tag so that you could make it a folding like a little hanging card on your gift bag. So I love him. And so he's the tin soldier. And then here is my elf tag. He's an elf ornament, and he also released just earlier this year and just in time for getting ready for Christmas. I think he was part of maybe the Christmas in July release. So he's really cute. And then I also still have this tag floating around. This is the tag that I make when I make specialty cocoa mixes at Christmas. I always add a tag like this with a big bow to the jar and just label the flavor that the cocoa mix is. So this is how I do these tags. These are just tea-dyed office tags, and I use some vintage-inspired alphabet stamps to stamp the text. And then I add some extra stamping in the background, and I tea dye the tags so that they have this beautiful tea brown color. And then I always use some sort of embellishment. Here I used some felt to create a poinsettia and holly embellishment with a bell. And then on the back I will also stamp to and from as well. So these always turn out really cute. And I always seem to have some rattling around here. I always make extras. And then here are a couple tags that don't have any products necessarily on them at all, but are a fun way to create tags. So these are some rusty hearts. I can't remember the name of the company that used to sell these, but they were always packaged up. Rusty tin teaks maybe, but you could get different shapes. And so here I have a couple of primitive chipboard stars that I added scrapbook paper to, and some buttons, and put some twine on them. These are also really cute hanging on a primitive Christmas tree. So very cute little tags. All right, so we're down one bin and we're only 11 minutes in. So the second bin here, here's a Halloween tag that I made. This is that same Everyday Tags, or Everyday Tags 2 set that I showed earlier. And this was one of the stamp sets that Impression Obsession released earlier this year for Halloween. It was a set of kitties dressed up. So that's a fun little tag. And then here's one that I made using a folded bird that I just freehand cut off of a folded piece of cardstock. And this tag base here is a really heavy chipboard piece, and this is an old Sizzix Bigs die, and I think it might be a collab that they did with Prima Marketing maybe, where they had a Bigs die that was a couple different tag shapes. I love this tag, and I'm pretty sure that's the Sizzix and Prima Marketing collab one. I used some seam binding here at the top, and I also added a bunch of glitter to this as well, so you can see how it really, really sparkles. So I freehand cut the bird and added a heart for her wing, and then I added this cute little paper ruffle down at the bottom as well. And I'll give you a tip: if you want to make a ruffle like this, cut your piece of paper strip. This one has a little scalloped detail edging, and then get it damp. And then it makes a whole lot easier to ruffle it and get it in place. And then as it dries, it'll become nice and rigid, and it'll maintain the shape that you've given it when you created your ruffle. So really, really cute. I'm so glad we're friends. And here's one that I made using my gnome die, and then another one of my tag bases. And he's adorable, isn't he? Cute little jingle bell at the top, and I love this green ribbon from, I think, Michael's. This was in a little set that had 4 or 5 different types of ribbon on it. So it's a really cute little green gingham. But I love him, and he's really cute, and he can hold all kinds of things, and he can have chickens sitting next to him, and Easter baskets sitting next to him. And here's one that I made using one of my drawings that I did for Whippersnapper Designs. This is my Farmer John, I think is his name, and he comes in a cling set with a bunch of different garden-themed images. And then it says fresh from the garden, and it looks like I might need to adhere that down. But I love this tag shape here. And then you can see how I layered different types of scrapbook paper. This is a great way to use scraps. Just layer them all up on a piece of paper, and then die cut it and it'll die cut it really nice and perfectly and give you nice rounded edges and things like that. And then you can add your faux stitching where the seams are. And it's a really great way to use pattern paper scraps and make it look like it was quilted and supposed to be like that. So I love him. And then I also have, let's see, these two, which are very similar, using that same strip of paper style. These ones I actually did sewing on before I adhered them to my paper and die cut it. So you can see I actually have real sewing on there. This little chick is a small Sizzix die that was released years and years ago. And it's super cute and I love having it. And I added lots of glitter to him, and he's die cut out of music sheet paper, and there's so much glitter on him I don't know that you can actually even tell. But really cute. And this paper is from my all-time favorite paper company, October Afternoon. Here's one that I made with stamps from Picket Fence Studio. They had a wood slice stamp that I really liked. And then these cute little birdies they released one day. And I don't remember who this tag was by. I don't think it was a Picket Fence Studio. It just could be a tag that I have in my stash. Here is one from the Stamps of Life. Stephanie released this big Christmas ornament die one year. And so I thought I would just make a little tag like that. And that was also one of her stamps there. This is that same tag base that I mentioned earlier, that was that Sizzix one. It's the same tag base. Here's one of my jelly jars, and this one happens to be raspberry. This makes super cute little tags though. And this one is another good candidate for making a folded tag. So you can just either fold two die cuts together and adhere them at the top where the lid joins, or you could actually cut it short so that the top of the tag doesn't get cut, and then you have a folded tag. So I love that tag. Well, I love that die set actually. Here's a tag using one of my teacup dies, and I like the little stitching detail there and the heart on the little tea bag. Must be an English tea with cream in it. And then here's one I made using Impression Obsession's strawberry die and one of their basket dies. And I think this may have been an Impression Obsession strawberry die as well. But I can't remember. It's been a while since I made this. Happy birthday, Anna. So, and I like the addition of the red gingham ribbon here. So that's fun, and the little blingy gem on the center of the flower is cute. Here's one I made using lots of different die cuts, probably stuff that I just pulled out of a scrap bin. There's even a piece of chipboard embellishment here. Here's a little paper rose, so all kinds of little weird stuff. Here's a felt flower, so this was probably me going through my little bin of things that I collect here at my desk and just pulling things out at random. I'll have to fix that bow later. But that's a cute little die, or a tag. This little frame here is from Impression Obsession. It's one they've had in their collection for a long time. And here's another one using a Impression Obsession die. This is their small canning jar die, and I die cut it through some inexpensive watercolor paper and then created a scene behind on another separate piece of paper, and then adhered that to the back so that you can see it through the jar, and I think that turned out really cute. So, and then here's some seam binding that I dyed. And I liked using it blue, so it kind of resembled the blue sky above the bunny rabbit scene. So, cute. Here's one from my recent Monster Faces die sets. And this was fun to create as well. And this also is my Everyday Tags, or Everyday Tags 2 tag base. That turned out cute. It's really fun to just use some of the parts and pieces just to make a part of a monster's face. Here's one that I created using some stamps from Impression Obsession and one of their leaf dies. So the stamps were released, I think these may have been from one of Elisa Baker's sets maybe. And I use some birch trees here in the background. And then this beautiful gold leaf is one from Impression Obsession as well. Isn't that beautiful? And then lots of really pretty silk ribbon here, and then some twine. Here's one of my favorites. This is my voodoo doll. I love him. And again, my favorite tag die, my stitched tag. And then here in the background, you can see where I used one of my stitched border die sets to create some visual texture on that tag base. I think that turned out really cool. And then there's the back. I love that guy. And then here's one I used, I created with my hen and chick, I think it's called, maybe it's called chicken die set, and it comes with the hen itself and a baby. And again, I used my favorite tag base there. And again, this paper is all from October Afternoon as well. I really like that paper company. All right, so we are 2 containers down. I think we can get through a third container relatively quickly here because it's stuff that you've probably seen here recently. And there's lots of them on here that are the same. So here are all these gingerbread bowls that I made recently. This one was my favorite. So I used a gingerbread die from Crafter's Companion, and then a face from Peachy Keen Stamps, and then random stamps from Stampers Anonymous to do the stamping on the bodies of the gingers. And then this is also from Stampers Anonymous, It's a Wonderful Life. This is my stitched sentiment banner die set from Impression Obsession, and then this is the Sizzix mixing bowl die. So I love how these turned out. These were completely inspired by Jill and several others of you who have made this type of a tag in the past. I just added all different kinds of bows to their necks. So you can see not every one of them is the same. I think that's fun too, and certainly made it a lot more enjoyable to create than just having a complete assembly line of the same thing over and over again. And then here's another one. I really like this one too. I love this green paper. And this one I love too. And then the last bowl of gingers is this one here. Look at their sweet little faces. And they also got a good spritz of the shimmer glitter that I've been using. So that's those cuties. And then also I have on this little tray here, this is my apron die set with Impression Obsession. And I have some kitchen utensils as well. There's a wooden spoon and a whisk, and they fit really nicely into the pocket of the apron. And then Mixing Up Some Christmas Cheer is one of Jeannie's die sets that she released last year for Impression Obsession. And so this also is a cute little card that you can make. If you don't want to use it as a tag, you can actually leave the top of it outside the die when you cut it, and then that will leave these as a fold, and then you can have it as a tag. So this is a really, really cute die set, if I do say so myself. And Marilyn G., who loves making baking and cooking craft items, has made some super cute tags with this. And then I have this whole plate of bears. So I know the Impression Obsession site has him listed as temporarily out of stock, but he will be back in stock this week. They sold out. So you guys love him so much. You bought him all. So thank you so much for that. But he will be back this week. I know they have another order coming in. So this is one of him holding a candy cane. And I love this little bell that I put up top here. It looks so vintage and old. Here's another one, of course, where he's got some mittens and a jingle bell up top. And he's holding a great big snowflake. Here's one where I added that crystal snowflake. This may have been the one that I made with you in the video where I showed you how to assemble him and make him into this tag. So he's fun. This little guy, he looks kind of naked. He doesn't have anything up here to help embellish the top of the tag. So I noticed that when I was putting these out on the tray that he kind of looked naked, but I think that's okay. They all don't have to have, you know, everything on them. This little guy is holding the heart that comes with the die set. And so I think he turned out really cute. And then here's one that I made for a birthday. So instead of Christmas tag, he is wishing you a very happy birthday. Here's the tag that I made just using him and not actually a tag base. And that cup comes with him, and the little cream comes with him as well when you purchase the die set. And then here he is holding a frothy cup of cocoa. Here is another one where he's holding a bunch of holly and a snowflake charm. And then the last one that I made using him, because I like him a lot, so I made a lot of him, is the polar bear. And I love the polar bear. Just creating him out of white paper instead of dark paper. And this little adorable heart is from my sewing accessories die set. So, and then I hand make the candy canes as well. I just take red and white chenille stems, and I just add ink to them, just like I would if I was inking the edges of paper. And then we have one more container to go through. If you can hang in there with me. I know we are at about 25 minutes now or more, so we'll get through them though. This is so fun sharing these with you. This is my angel die set, and I love her. I think she's actually called Primitive Angel. And I love using the circle behind her head to give her that halo. And on this one I used silver for her wings. She's really cute with glittered wings too, so I love her though. She's really cute. And then she also comes with two hairstyles. She comes with this hairstyle here, and then she comes with one that's curly. So that's fun. And here is a bunch of tags that I made recently using some of my Whippersnappers gift tag sets. So here is the No Peeking Gnome, and then here is my Snowman gift tag. And so these are all made the same way with just a little bit of differences on the embellishments and how I did the ties. So there's the gnome, No Peeking Gnome again, and then last is that Snowman gift tag. And I thought these turned out fun, and they were easy to make. And when you're in the holidays and you've got a lot of stuff to do, easy is a good thing, right? Here's one I made using my elf ornament that you saw earlier, and then Have Your Elf a Merry Little Christmas. And again, I used my favorite tag base, and it actually comes with this sentiment banner, and it comes with this little piece that's up at the top of the tag that decorates the top hole. So my favorite die set. I use it a lot, as you can see. Speaking of, here it is again. This time I've created a Christmas kitty with the Sam Poole die set that she did for Halloween, and turned her little Halloween kitty into a Christmas kitty. Meowie Christmas is from a Stampers Anonymous set, and then I did some random stamping in the background. This little Believe tag, the word Believe is from a Stampers Anonymous set, but the tag itself comes with the kitty when you purchase that. And that's a Creative Expressions die set by Sam Poole. So I think they turned out super cute. And then here is a Halloween one using the pumpkin head from that same die set. Happy Halloween. And again, I used that stitched tag base. And these are the sentiment banners that come with the tag base. And then again, you can see up here, I used the little embellishment for the top of the tag. Isn't that cute? These are so fun to make. Let's see here. Here is a couple of tags that are very similar as well. This tag uses my Santa mug, and I just didn't do the Santa face on the mug, so you actually get a plain mug that you can use, and it's a beautiful size. And then this is my little ginger cookie, so you can see how those two work together. And then this is also one of my tag bases as well. And then I used the sentiment banner from my other die set to create those little banner flags. And then this one is the reindeer mug die, so you can see the difference there. The only difference in these two tags are the different mugs that I used. And of course, the whipped cream that comes with each mug is different as well. So love those. Here, speaking of the reindeer tag, here is the reindeer mug with the face on it. And you get two different eye sets when you purchase the die set. You get these little sleepy eyes, and then you get round ones as well. Here is a tag I made with my word die, Believe. And I love die cutting these word dies out of this silver cardstock. I think it just looks like they've been carved out of silver. So here's Believe. And here is one of my everyday tags, or everyday tags 2 dies. You can see this one has the straight top instead of the rounded top. Again, there's my little ginger cookie. You're sweet as a Christmas cookie was one of Jeannie's sentiments from her release. And then, of course, my stitched sentiment banner set. Cute, cute. I love that tag size. Here's one I made using my Western themed die, and this one comes with a little rectangle that die cuts out of the center of the tag that you can use as a shaker, or you can just embed it back in a different color. But it has really beautiful stitching here at the bottom and at the top. And then I just added some of my winter foliage holly leaves there to the top under a copper bell. And there's the back, and since again it's symmetrical, you can have the back of the tag look just as nice as the front. And this is my cowboy boot die set. And let's see, I also have one made with my primitive star, and another one of my favorite die sets from Impression Obsession. This is the Pine Sprigs die set, and it comes with these little pine leaves and the pine cone. That stamp, or that die set, is probably the one I have used the most from Impression Obsession to date. But this is my primitive star, and there's the back. This one is not symmetrical, but it makes a super cute tag. Here is my Snowman die set on the Paper Tray Ink quilted tag base. You saw this tag base used earlier with the quilted squares, but this time I used my my Snowman die set. And I created another one of those little chenille candy canes there for him to hold. And then this is a tag with a tag. So there's another one of my tea-dyed tags that I make. And I stamp it with my Created By stamp. I use these a lot when I do gifts, handmade gifts that I give away. I add a tag like this to them. And then it has a cute little jingle at the end. And then here is my, I think this is called my Country Snowman or Western Snowman. Cowboy Snowman, maybe, I can't remember. But he comes with the cowboy hat and this cute little heart that you can put on him. And he's got little twig arms too. And then this is my deckled edge rectangles set that he's on, and I just made it into a tag. It's not actually a tag sold as a tag set, but the center of that die cut makes a perfect tag. And I thought it was extra country looking with those deckled edges. And then I also have this one. This is a little folding tag, again with that High Hopes nutcracker die, nutcracker stamp, sorry. And I have just added him onto a folded piece of cardstock that you could actually use as a gift card holder. So, isn't he cute? I love that image. So that one was by High Hopes Rubber Stamps. Here's another one that I made using the mug die that just released this last month, and it's called Cocoa Mug. And it has those really cute little hearts embossed in it. And this is also one of my tag bases as well. And here's another one in that same same layout, same products. I just used a different stamp set, I believe. So really cute. I'm running out of room on my tray, so I'm having to put them back in this little container here. Here's my voodoo doll again, and he is on one of my scallop tag bases. Merry Christmas. I'll be sending this off to a coworker this year. So there's that guy. Here's another one of my baked bread dies, and this makes a really cute tag. This one I speckled all up like it's like a 25 seed grain bread or something. And then again, the bread pulls out of the baking dish. So And then Jeannie, when she did her stamp, she put some images in it so you can make it look like they're Pyrex baking pans, which I thought was cute. Here is my snowman again, and so he makes a really cute tag on his own, not needing a tag base. And then you can also, in addition to just making him a flat one-layer tag, you can actually make him a folding tag. So he's a little card. And you can see I let him hold all different kinds of things. He's got a wreath and one of my handmade candy canes. So, and he's die cut out of music paper. I love doing that. And then, some of my absolute favorites. So if you're hanging in with me till the very end, you're seeing some of my absolute favorites. Oh my gosh. This is one of my tag bases as well. It comes with this extra layer here that has some stitching on it. So it's kind of a nice little tag set. And it has this pinked edge at the bottom as well. And then this is my cute little reindeer. He is adorable. I love him. So he makes just about the cutest tag. And then here is my Saint Nick die. I love him as well. I made a whole bunch of these, and this might be my last one. This might be the only one I have left. So, and he's holding the coffee mug that goes to the, I think it's the Snowman accessories or the Gingerbread accessories. I can't remember which die set this is in, but it's in one of the accessory die sets, and it fits perfectly in his hand there. And he's got a cute little jingle at top of his hat. Isn't his face sweet? I love him. To from on the back. And again, he is symmetrical. His body is symmetrical. So even though you can see his little arms, you get to use a really nice die cut here on the back of him. And then here is my standing deer. He makes the cutest tag too. He's got a little bit of holly around his neck. So looks like I need to actually add a tag holder to him, but he would make a really cute tag, or even an ornament on a tree. Here is another one of my word dies. This one says joy, and you can see I've used that same pine sprig die set to decorate the top. Here is my Santa Moon tag. So this is my Santa Moon die set, and he's really easy to put together. Die cut him out of white, and then you just color the hat, the top portion of the die red for his hat. You overlay this piece here to be the band of his hat, and then it comes with a separate piece that you use for his face and his mustache. So you just have to color his face and his hat, and he's perfect and ready to go. And then here's another one of my word dies, the word jolly. So you can see I just love these. They look like silver. Here's a tag I made using my favorite tag die base, and then some stamps and dies from the Julie Ebersole line from Ellen Hudson. This was a Christmas set that she put out a couple years ago, and I love that sentiment. I think Julie's sense of humor is wonderful. Here's that tag base again, and this one uses a bird from Penny Black, and she's all colored up, and she has lots of glitter on her as well. And then the last two I have three left to show you. So here I am using the same tag die. And this is my teddy bear that I did for Impression Obsession. And then he has the hat from the Critters Accessories die set that I did. And so his hat fits him perfectly there. And he's holding the heart from the Sewing Accessories die set. I love his little bow tie, and he's a cute little polar bear instead of a brown bear. And then speaking of polar bears, here is this guy, and this is actually the panda bear die, and I've just die cut it out of white instead of panda bear colors. So it's a very versatile set. And the last one I have to share with you here is my Santa mug. And so you saw this tag, this mug used earlier, but it didn't have his face on it. So it was just the mug itself. But I think he's adorable. So I hope you have been inspired. I know I have been. I am looking forward to doing a little bit of crafting tonight. And now I have all kinds of ideas rushing through my head about what I want to do. So this has been a fun video to put together. I hope you've enjoyed it. At 40 minutes, oh my goodness. If you've stuck in with me this long, you should get brownie points. At least I hope you watched it on 2x speed. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.